Hello, coders. Good morning. Sorry for being a bit late. I was making a cup of tea and I was having puppy cuddles, so let me off. Today's going to be a weird one because I'm using a new keyboard, and the shortcut keys are slightly different from what I'm used to. Let me for one, the shortcut key to put the music on, I can't remember what it is because it's just a natural thing on my fingers and the keys have shifted around. So let me just manually play the music. This is the keyboard. Woo. So slowly I'm trying to get used to it. It only came yesterday afternoon, and I put all the different colored keycaps on. So what we're going to do today is continue on with the subscription backend that we were playing with last time, and I've made some adjustments. So getting all the objects together and hanging together in my ERD that's in my head. Well, no, I've actually got it written down, but or at least part of it. So let's get into the code. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is run the tests. Make sure that we are, because I did some change last night and I'm not sure whether everything is wired up as it should be. So let me just run some tests. So my other keyboard, whoops, jeez. So my other keyboard is this. So it's an Apple Magic keyboard thing, and this one has arrow keys. This one's got arrow keys, and it's also got different functions on the different things mapped to the function keys. Aha, that's working. So we don't have arrow keys on this one. We've got Control, Shift. So I think that's Alt on the right hand side. Anyway, also on the left hand side, the keys have shifted. So we had a Mac command key on the Magic keyboard, and we don't have that here. We have something else, and it's not in the place I'm used to. Anywho, let's. Okay, so this is where I want to get to. It's just the fact that the database is not in sync. That's fine. I'm going to run make unit. You can't actually see this. Let's drag this up a wee bit. There we go. Make test unit. Just want to run all the unit tests. Cool. Okay, so I haven't broken anything. That's always good. So in the tests, in entity order summary, which is here. Okay, so we've got order defaults. So we've got paid date, status, transaction ID, and total. That's what happens when you create a blank order summary. And then you've got the ability of assigning a customer to the order summary. I'm just going over my head again what we did. So setting the status, so there's no need for a user on there. So, okay, setting a status, so instantiating a new status and then setting that to the order summary, that's fine. I mean, this will be reference data in the database, so, okay, test, add package to order. Okay, so this is where I want to play with today, the package stuff. So we're creating a price, we're creating a subscription plan, and we are assigning that subscription plan as an item of the order summary. That I don't like. Okay, scroll down. Let's get to the bottom of this. So test set items to order. So this is setting an array of items, an array collection. So it's essentially the same as this, But with this, we can add an item, and then you could add another item. These are like line items, if you know what I mean, of an order. And then down here is setting all of them together. And then this is the transaction ID. Okay, so okay, this. What I want to play with is how the subscription plans are wired up with to the order summary. Essentially, it's an order item. It's an order item. Now, this is this is a compromise that I'm going to have to make. Hey, selectees, thank you for joining today. You're happy, awesome. That's always good. So yeah, this is I'm gonna have to make a compromise. I don't want to overly complicate it, but at the same time, I want to make it flexible enough that in the future, I can extend it. So there's a bit of a compromise going on. The thing I've come up with is to create. I'll tell you what the challenge is. Okay, so the challenge is that I want to create a line item for the subscription. So when a user subscribes, they have an order summary and an order item of a subscription. Now, there are certain things on a subscription that aren't on, say, a physical item. Now, this is where the compromise is, because I don't sell physical items. But I want to allow for the ability to do so in the future. So I don't want to narrow down my net to the point of just taking subscriptions. I want to allow the order summary to have different types of items to be thrown in. Now, obviously, one difference between a subscription and a physical good is that with a subscription, you've got a start date and an end date, like a period end, period start. Whereas with a physical item, it is just a physical item, right? It's a one-off purchase. So essentially, I want to have my order summary, and I want to have an item in there which has a subscription. So what I'm thinking is calling it subscription order item. And then I would have another one called order item, which is the physical good, or standard order item, or something like that. And then they would both adhere to the same interface of an order item interface. And they'll have certain things that an order item must have to fulfill the order item interface's contract, such as the price and the quantity. So obviously with a subscription order item, you would only have a quantity of one, and you would have a price, but you would also have start dates and end dates, whereas a physical item, you would have the quantity, so you could purchase more than one, and then you would have the price. Now, there's an argument there of quantity. Is that just the same cloned order item, or? But because we don't sell physical goods, or we won't initially, that's not a massive deal right now. Again, it's this whole compromise between trying to set it up for the future without overcomplicating it now. So essentially what I've just said there is that the subscription plan, as it is at the moment, doesn't work. So I think, I'm pressing the wrong button already. There we go. So what I did last time we were doing this is I created an order interface, an order item interface on the subscription plan. Now, the subscription plan actually is a one-off, so it's actually sort of more reference data than it is actually an item. So that's completely wrong, because there's nothing here about the start and the end date of a subscription. This is just the plan in which that you can choose. So that's completely and utterly wrong. So what I'm going to do is create a new entity which represents a subscription order item. Okay. And we'll write the test for it first, right? Here we go. Let's just I'm looking at my keyboard now, trying to work out. Yes, that's the right key. There we go. Right, I'm going to do... subscription order item test. Subscription, yeah. Okay, let's call that. Okay, is that not the thing that I've just called it? What's the oh, it's .php. So sorry, I am still getting used to this keyboard. It's going to take me a bit of time, I think. There we go. That's better. Okay. All right, we're going to just kill all of this stuff. Don't need that. Let's deal with this. So this is subscription order item. Whoops. Nope. New keyboard. There we go. Let's grab that. Lol. Paste that in. Okay. Test order item. We are going to call this subscription subscript order. Okay, item. And lol. This keyboard, man, this is so, it's like I've just walked into like this alien sort of spaceship and I've been told to move it, to drive it, to pilot it. I kind of know where the keys are, but all right, order item, subscription order item. Okay, we're working on the defaults here. So what's the default? So when we do that's null. Get price is null. Get let's call it period. Period start. Ah! No. Right, and period end. This is... I don't blame anyone for just coming off of this stream going, oh my god, this dude can't type. Right, order item. This is going to be null. That's going to be null to start with. Price, period, and end. I think that's what we need. Oh yeah, we need quantity as well. Now that's going to be set to same, and that's by default it's going to be set to 1. Okay, let's run this. It'll all fail obviously, but you know. I've never looked at a keyboard so often. Okay, god dear. Right, that's not even the thing I need to do. Right, this is going to be tricky. I need to split this window. I think it's that one. No, it's not. Oh dear, have I got rid of it? I have got rid of it. Wonderful. I have killed my terminal. Oh dear. Right. That's how you make it bigger. There you go. Let's drag it out. Sorry. This is probably going to happen another 5 times today. Right. Now I need to... No, that's not the right thing. There we go. Okay, cool. I feel like I'm learning to walk again. So I've just evaluated my shell, so we should have that. Okay, cool. Right, now what was I doing? I was getting it into a container. I was splitting the view. Right, yeah. So it was... yeah, it is that one. Right, so how do I do... There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Right. Let's do a... Is it that one? Yeah, it is. No. Do I have to... There we go. And then... Yay! Finally, we got there. So bin... Console... No, it's not console, is it? Code sep. Code sep. Run unit -G. Now I need to switch over to here. Copy that. Switch back to here. Paste it in. And then press enter. We got there in the end. Wow. Okay, here we go. So that's not set up. That's great. Subscription... Subscription order item. Okay. Cool. Subscription. I think today is going to be a long day. I was doing some, because I got this keyboard like lunchtime yesterday. It came when I was in the middle of like the hardest bug in the world at that time. And I was like, I got it out of the box and I just started, I connected it, I just put it in, plugged it all together and I started using it. And then I found myself getting incredibly frustrated. I was like, oh, it's a keyboard, I'll just use it, it's fine, it's good. In the end, I ended up just discarding it until the end of the working day because it was just, I was going to learn to hate it. Because I was trying to work on this bug and I kind of knew what the fix was. It was a bunch of jQuery. So annoying. And I needed to use like all the shortcut keys and everything, and it was just like muscle memory on my laptop, and I was just like, you know, yeah. Making so many stupid mistakes, but it's because I haven't retaught my hands and my fingers the placement of the shortcut keys. Okay, so this is going to be order. So this is going to be order item, but it's going to be subscription order item repository. The table is going to be that's going to get removed. Okay, so we got timestampable and active trait. We don't need to have an active trait on here. We need these, like, so that's created and updated, and then we've got the UUID. That's fine. So what do we need? We need the we need price. Now that's going to be the price object. And let me think about this for a second. It's that. So if we go to tell I'm doing a lot of stuff with the mouse. Okay, so there we go. We got the price in there. We also need, what else do we need? We need let's get rid of, what's the key for this? Is it that? No. Is it that? No. Is it that? No. There is a shortcut key, I know. No, it's not that. Oh, what's the shortcut key to lose this? Hide. Shift and whatever that is. Great. So it's shift. And escape. I think. I don't know how to bring it back though. 1? No. How do I bring it back? Ah! This is so annoying. So shift and escape was to remove it, but how do we get it back? Tools. It's... Is it structure? No, it's not structure. I'm sure it's project or something. New project setting, no, no, open, no. Window, restore default layer, active tool, editor tabs, background tasks. Oh dear, I think I've gone and lost it. Tools, code, view. Ah, it would be in view. Here we go, project. It's shift and 1. So, well, that's command and 1. So it would be there we go. Excellent. Now obviously the command is in a different place, but I know what it is. Okay, fine. Anyway, back in the room. So we're setting this as null on our tests, right? On the here. No, here. I wanted to split this. This is what I wanted to do. So we're setting this to null by default, and I don't think that's right. But it is, isn't it? This is where we get into interesting waters. What happens if you've got a 0 price item? There we go. I'm going to set it to null. Where is the pipe? Where is the pipe on this? Right, looking at my old keyboard, what would I do for the pipe? It would be where the question mark is. Oh, great. No. Definitely not. Nope. 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 There is no pipe on this keyboard. Oh. It's up here. It's up by the top shift. That's weird. Okay, I'm gonna have to get used to that. Okay, null. Okay, right, so it's a nullable price, and now we've got the next thing, which is the period start and all of that stuff. So this is all null as well. Now this is going to be null pipe, and then it's going to be date time. Oh no, how did I? Nope. Nope. Shortcut conflict. Brilliant. Nope. Nope. Definitely not. No, that was it. Was it? No, it wasn't. I essentially want to do this. Right. Okay, so there we go. We've got our date time in here, and this needs to be our date time. Nullable is equal to true. That's what I need. Oh, is it priced the other way? Okay, sorry. Let's get rid of that. Where's the pipe gone? Oh yeah, that one. No. Yeah. Crikey. Okay, so that's period start. Down here we've got period end. Okay, anything else? Oh yeah, quantity. Which is an integer. Okay, so this is okay, so we got our price, we got our date, start, period, end, and quantity that we're going to set to 1. I can do that in the constructor. Speaking of, no, we don't do that. Oh, come on. Right, okay, so this quantity is equal to 1. Now there is a key on my normal keyboard that is Command and N. There we go. To do getters and setters, fluent, and I want all of these. Thanking you. Excellent. So there we go. That's how that's set up. So we do subscription. There we are. So we should now be able to run those tests again. There we go. It's weird because like the arrow key on my normal keyboard is like a really small up thing, and this is the big shift key. It's odd. Anyway, type property order item must not be accessible for initialization. Have I not set that as a default? No, I haven't. I'm just gonna. What I was finding with the stuff I was doing yesterday is like I was just littering my IDE with just random characters, just because I was button bashing, trying to work out how to do things, in the middle of trying to fix the hardest bug of the day. I'll get used to this. I mean, it sounds awesome and it feels amazing and it looks incredible. So, you know, my other keyboards just feel total sponge compared to this. This is my first ever mechanical keyboard, and I can put up with the struggles. I think the benefits outweigh the negatives. Okay, so we've got a constructor here. We've got the get price, set price, and all that jazz. We can work through this. So essentially what I would like to get to is a point where we can create a test to almost mimic an order. Let's do set period start. Mm-hmm. Cool. We don't need this anymore. Let's get rid of that. Nope, that's the wrong button. There we go. So just setting up our individual tests for these accessor methods. Okay, and we had, I'm just going to put them all in. We had set quantity. What else? Price. Now, I reckon no, I think that's fine. I was going to suggest restructuring parts of this, but I think it's okay. I know that a lot of people don't like testing getters and setters because they like, what's the point? You're just testing how you can set and get a variable. But for me, this is a way of thinking about how these objects are hanging together. and having something to validate that. So set price, this is a price object. Okay, now these should all just work, unless I've done something really silly. Oops. Okay, so what I'm going to do now... Oops. No. Don't need that open. There we go. What I'm going to do now is find the order summary test and change up this adding package to order, because this is going to be add subscription order item to order. Because what we want to do, we get the price, that's fine, but we want to do that one. And set the price. That's fine. And we also want to set the period start, which would be let's do this up here. Give me a second. Let's say this was a monthly jobby. So we would do period end, plus one month. Okay, so down here we've got period end, period start, sorry. That one. Getting used to this keyboard, I think, slowly. That's period end. That is period end. Okay, so we got the price. It's already set to quantity of 1. And we're setting that... Oh yeah, sorry, we need to actually set this as an item into there. Now, it's going to fail. But that's because the interface isn't wired up, but that's fine. Okay, so we want to do... the total will read this when we do the add item. That's fine. We get the items, which is 1. That's great. And then we want to run some checks. Oops, that was not the right button. Sorry, that's order item. No, that's item. Ah. There we go. No! That one. No! And I've gone and screwed this one up as well. Okay, so there's the get price, and then this would be... Stop pressing Alt. Oh, God, dear. I think it's because this keycap has the Windows icon on it, and I think I'm repelled by that automatically. That needs to be a penguin or something, you know. Let's do get start period. Is it period end? Period starts, isn't it? And that needs to be the same as that one. And we'll do the same thing. This is just going to ensure that it's all wired up. This one is the period end. Here we go. Okay, now this is going to fail. This is going to fail because of the order interface. The interface that's not set up, but that's fine. Let's, what was it called? Order summary. Nope. Right, let's get the one that fails. There we go. Must be an instance of order item interface. Instance of subscription order item is given. So, right. Now the reason why that's happening is because if we have a look at order summary and have a look at order item contains add, click on items, this items. Yeah, there we go. And then this is dealing with the price. That needs to handle the quantity as well. Okay, so let's and the order item interface requires the price. That's the contractual agreement there. So let's grab that, and I want to find the subscription order item, and we need to implement that, which is fine now. Oh, hang on, what's that? What's that? Okay, the order item needs to have a price, and that is not nullable. Maybe that is correct. Actually, thinking about that, maybe that is valid. You know, every order item should have a price. Even if the price is 0, it should have a price object set to 0. I think that's probably valid. Which changes, and this is why I do these getters and setters in tests, because I can see where things change and break. So yeah, maybe we should do this. So maybe that is not nullable. Yeah. Yeah, okay, I'm digging this. Okay. And what we do is when we instantiate this, let's just change all of this so it's not null. We do this price is equal to a new instance of price straight off the bat. I think that works. Now, one of the tests will fail now. If we went up to this one, I think that'll fail. Is it that one? Yeah, the defaults. So if we go back to wherever that is, sorry, I don't need that open, do I? It is not. Oh, I don't actually. Yeah, no, it is this one. It's this one. So that should be an instance of price. There we go. Okay, which means now if I was to run the order summary again, that works, and it works because of that interface that I've just applied. Let's change the original, which was oopsie. You doesn't have that anymore. All right, let's just run all the tests and make sure I haven't broken anything. Something's broken. I just saw something went red. Order summary item must implement an order item interface instance of subscription plan given. Why? Oh, I know. Down here. Essentially, I want to do the same deal. We don't need to do the. We could literally just grab that, to be fair. Put that in there. It's just because we've wired it up differently. And this is now adding an array collection. So let's run that test. This should work. No. Order summary line 88, and the test is 121. Bingo. Okay, so that looks like it's wired up now. Yay. So the next thing I want to do is the other side of this. So this is where a customer has like an active subscription. So what I've just done there is created a subscription order item. It's going to be a line item on the order summary, which is fine. And for every recurring bill, there'll be a new one. So there'll be a new order summary, there'll be a new order item, subscription order item, which is fine. It also gives us the opportunity to deal with physical products in the future if we needed to, because then I would just create another order, an actual order item, not a subscription order item. As long as it adheres to the interface of order item, it's all good. So I think what we need to do is enforce some rules actually on that interface, because we only have, I think we need to have quantity, which is an int, and I think the check will be, let's say for instance, I know this is daft and I know this will never actually happen, but we need to, where we do the what am I looking for here? I'm looking for this bit here. The total. The total is the order item, is for each order item, it's this total plus order item, get price, get RRP, which is fine. But we need to deal with the quantity of this. So let's create a test. Let's say, for instance, it needs to be on the order summary. Let's create a test here. So set order, set items with quantity, can't spell quantity, actually, no, let's not do that. This there we go. So we have this subscription order item here, and we're setting the price of 5, right? And what we want to do is say subscription order item, set quantity, and we want to set it to 2. Now this will never happen because no one will ever have 2 subscription plans, but we need to build in that functionality for the future. So what we need to do is on order summary we set the order item bits and pieces, that's all good, and this needs to be now 10. Whoops, not 120, 10. There we go. That's fine. Now this will fail, so order summary QUAN. Oh, dyslexia, stop making my E's look like 3s. And my eyes look like 1s. T-I-T-I-E-S. Thank you. Right. Cool. So that's going to come up as that should return 5 and then fail on this. So let's right. this is running the order summary tests. So one of these will fail. There we go. There we go. So it's 5. We want it to 10. So what we need to do is deal with that in the set of an item. So when we do set items, we clear all the items down, and then we do a loop, and then we add each individual item that needs to be an order interface. So in here, what we can do is have yeah. We could do order item, get price, times by order item, get quant. Enter, thank you. No, that button. There we go. And then we are... Stop it, stop it. There we go. Lol. There we go. Save, thank you. Right, tab this over. Run this again. That button. Now enter. Okay. Object of class. App entity price could not be converted to a number. Oh yes, of course. Tab. Shift. Enter. It's weird. Shift is the arrow key. So weird. Object of price could not be converted to a number on line 98. Oh, what am I doing? That's not even the thing. It's get quantity. Sorry, it's not even that. Sorry, it's get, and it's this, isn't it? That needs to change. There we go. Now I know you've probably just seen the discount stuff in there. I'm working on that. I'm thinking about how to do that. Whether that's a discount on the particular price, or I reckon that's going to be a discount object that is different to the price object that gets added at the end. I mean, I'm thinking that this needs to be in a calculation routine somewhere. Anyway, we're not there yet. I'm sure this will take many different forms. There we go. That's better. Okay, so that handles that now. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is to work on the customer side of this. Let's bring that down a bit. Why is that too? Just having a look at the stream. It's just all off center. Right. Yeah. So I want to work on the customer side of this now. So I want to go over to. Let's have a think. So a user has a subscription plan. Yes, it does. Which is, I reckon though, this needs to be a many to another table where that isn't involved. Because essentially, I think I need another table that joins the way I had it planned last night was we would have a user, which would essentially be a customer, would have a subscription plan associated to that, but the subscription plan would be connected to the active subscription. So let's say, for instance, you're a monthly user and it's like the second week within the month. So what we want to work out is are you a monthly user? So we'd find that, identify that by the subscription plan, but also how long have you got left? What's the period end? And we would find that out by the subscription order item. However, the order item, I think, needs to be joined. So what I was thinking is like having sort of I was thinking of maybe having a class called subscription that had a join to the subscription plan, and also had a join to the latest order item, so subscription order item, because then I could find out the plan end. So whenever someone updates their, renews their subscription, whenever Stripe comes and sends me a message to say this person has paid for the following month, what we can do is then change the connection, the link to that. I think that's probably what we'll do. The thing is, what I want to keep is having historical data. That's what I want to keep, which would be the subscription order items. The latest subscription order item should be connected to the customer through the subscription. Yeah, I've convinced myself to do that. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, it's going to take a little bit of rewiring. It probably won't make a whole bunch of sense on the stream until it's done. So just bear with me. We're going to call this subscription. Now this is going to be the current subscription that the user has. And this subscription is no, that's not the right way to do it. The customer needs that. Maybe I should start this from the customer point of view. That's probably better. I'm kind of doing it in the middle now. Yeah, that's probably wisest. So I'm just gonna comment this for a second. Whoops. If I can remember how to comment code, come on. There we go. So from the user's point of view, yeah, user entity subscription. It's not a subscription plan. It's a subscription. So we're going to create a new subscription. And the subscription is going to have let's change this up to be monthly, right? So let's say that they've created a monthly. So hang on a minute, sorry. My mind is going in places that my fingers on the keyboard are not. My mind's going like 5 different steps ahead. So user is here, then we've got the subscription. There we go. And then we've got a subscription plan. There we go. That needs to go above. There we go. And then, oops. We create a subscription. That subscription set plan is the plan. We also want to set, I don't know how I'm going to call it, but just call it what it is, I suppose. Current order item. And the so that is going to be a new subscript. And then we're going to have let's say this person subscribed, and they subscribed a week ago, right? So minus 1 week. Period end is equal to period start modify. I probably should clone it, but okay, so what we've done here, we've got a user, which is our customer. We have a subscription plan, which is monthly. We've set the start date to be a week ago, and we've created an end date, which is from here, but by a month. Then we create an order item. We set the start date and the period end, and we set that as the current order item, and we set the plan. That's kind of where my head is with this. So when I want to find out like the end date of the current subscription of a user, then I would do user get subscription, get current order item, get period. That should be period end. There we go. And that's what we want to do. So we want to do user get subscription, get plan, get name. Whoops. Damn. And then we want to do get subscription, get let's call it get current. I mean, at this stage, we're just playing with how it's called. So get subscription, get current, and then this would be again, I keep pressing Alt and it just deletes it. It's so annoying. I tell you why. It's because on the Magic keyboard, the Alt, yeah, there's like 3 characters. There's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's 3 keys before the Command key. Anyway, whereas this one, there's 1. So that's why it keeps throwing me. So okay, period. We'll do period end. I think that's okay. All of this is going to fail, obviously, right? Because none of this is wired up. But I think that makes sense. So we have an order item. This is where the magic is. Let's do current. Set current. So let me think about this for a minute. We get a user. A user comes in and they choose a monthly plan. Okay. Sorry, YouTube comments. They subscription plan. They get monthly. Period start. They get we start a week ago. We deal with the end period. We then build an order item, which is the subscription order item. We set the period start and the period end. We instantiate a new subscription and we set the plan and we set the current. The plan is the plan that they've chosen. So, yeah. And then this one is the current order item, which is the current one. Now, this is the thing that will change, right? So, whenever they update, whenever a new renewal come through, let's say this customer's been around for like a year, right? And so they renew again, or 2 months. And they renew on the 3rd month. So what we're doing is we're just changing the current to the new order item, which means the database will have all the old order items, so we can see all the previous orders. Yeah, I think this makes a bit of sense. Thank you for following Squam. Or Scam. Squam? I don't know. Doesn't have a W in it. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I mean, obviously this isn't wired up, and this will change how the DB on the user is now, and we need to build that out, and we need to set the plans and stuff. There's a lot to do here, but I think it's a good place. Yeah, cool. Well, thank you ever so much, everybody, for joining today. It's been great, and I'm gonna crack on and get on with the rest of my. You've been lurking for like an hour. Right? Yeah, that's true. Daylight savings. Oh, I just don't like date times. Yeah. Good shout on that one. Just, I mean, these at the moment are just testing how things are wired up, but when we actually get to building this out, that is going to be a concern. That's a very valid point. Check out using date time periods. Let me have a quick look. Give me a second. Yeah, this is I'm not sure if I need to worry about it too much, because it's going to be like everyone's not going to be billed on like the first of every month. It's going to be whenever you subscribe. So everyone's going to have a different renewal date, and the different renewal date will be on the whenever they've chosen to do it. The danger though will be rolling up a month, so it'll be more of a concern on the end date than there would be on the start date, right? So when it's going to be renewed. What I'm thinking, to be customer friendly, customer first, is to give a little bit of leeway. So it's not just suddenly 1 month from today. It's going to be like a month and maybe a day, 2 days, which will cover that annoyance. I think that's probably the best thing to do from a customer point of view. But you've come back with another good point, which is leap years, because we've obviously got monthly subscriptions, but there'll also be yearly subscriptions. So, oh man, I might leave that fun for another day. I need to crack on and get on with my day job. So, yeah, I'm a PHP contractor. I need to work on. We've got like an hour before I start, so I'm gonna grab some breakfast. But I'll be thinking about this in the back of my head. Thank you ever so much for watching, everybody. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Happy coding. Bye bye.